All righty, there we go. Oh, my back. Incredible greetings. Incredible greetings. Okay. So I am on my way to a doctor's appointment to the VA. So figured, hey, let's hop on. Y'all know, whenever I have my long drive, these are like the best times. Car lives are the best lives sometimes. Um, and it depends, but it just makes it a lot easier. These are more convenient lives because, yeah, I don't really listen to music in the car. Um, Sometimes lately I have been listening to like different podcasts because I had well the podcasts or the playbacks of like classes, or I guess you would say like mentorship thingamajiggies that I'm a part of. I'll listen to the playbacks during this time. Uh, 'Cause a lot of times it's just talk, like it's not something that is a lesson really, or that requires like extensive notes and things of that nature. So I'm able to, excuse me, I'm able to just kind of listen in and kind of have my aha moments and stuff like that. So if I do, when I don't feel like, going live and I'm in the car, that's pretty much what I listen to. But I figured let's go live while I drive to the VA, and that'll keep me where I mean, it'll force me to where this doesn't become a really long live because however long it takes me to get to the VA is how long this live will be. Because I tend to lose track of time. Last night in my creative business program, um, I'm sitting up there and like by the time we got off, well, by the time I wrapped up, it was before 10, I believe, yeah. But I stayed on because I was trying to help someone understand how to use pirate ship. But then I look up and it was like 10:15, and I'm like, where in the hell did 3 hours go? Like it didn't feel like it at all. Um, I mean, I just was like, where did 3 hours go? I could not believe that my clock literally said 10 o'clock and we start at 7. Well, the room opens up at 7. We got started around like 7:10-ish. We always have like our 10-minute grace period, which I'm trying my best. I said to them that we're going to start opening the room up at like 6:45, 6:50, and let that be the 10-minute grace period. But I'm never able to. Like, I always end up having to open the room up at 7 o'clock. So, but literally almost 3 hours. And I'm like, where did 3 hours go? But it was good. So it wasn't like just kind of fluff. Like um, we went through a lot of good stuff. I gotta sneeze. um, excuse me. Because it's mentorship and like coaching, it's giving people the space. Like I truly give people, and those who choose to speak up, I give them the space to fully express themselves and then provide, feedback, give direction, show some things. Um, so it's really interactive sessions, and we only meet twice a week. So I'm trying to get in as much as I possibly can during those sessions that we are on. Hey, if they're going to stay on, I'm going to teach and I'm going to answer the questions. So we were on for 3 hours. So I have a bad sense of time. Like it doesn't feel that way to me. That's why sometimes my live videos, I'll look up and I'm like, what the heck? How have I been on live for freaking 2 hours? But in this case, like I said, however long it takes me to I'm glad I left a little bit early because it looks like traffic is backed up on I-95. Um, my appointment is at 12. I'm leaving now. So, but it looks like traffic might be backed up. I'm gonna try and go. If it is backed up, I'll get off at the next exit. A lot of times, what I'll end up doing is I won't even attempt to fight this. Uh-oh. I don't understand why is this doing this? Like this new one, the phone will like damn near go dead. Or like the screen goes black. But I would normally get off. Ooh, I just noticed They made this so wide now before we would turn right here. Oh, wow. Whoa. Can't even imagine what the hell was here before. Like, I'm having a hard time. Like, this is a lot of space. How did they not utilize this space for expressway? And it's crazy. Like, the amount of lanes that we're going to get. Hopefully, this ends the congestion, which I doubt it. I think that more people are going to come this way because they feel like, okay, well, now they have all, and we're going to still end up like, if it was just the people that normally come this way, I think it would be fine. But once they build it, I think more people are going to come. So I think it's still going to be congested. I always feel like no matter what, I don't care how much they build, it seems like traffic is always congested here. But anywho, thank you for the bless you. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh shoot, hold on. This is why I can't touch stuff. Oh my God, this referral link thing is getting on my nerves, and I wish it would go away. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get that off the screen. Hold on. Yeah, it absolutely sucks having this darn referral thing on here because now I can't actually see comments, and that drives me nuts. Yeah, I can't see like I see okay, you were saying good morning, Javai. Good morning. So most of you guys, I can't even really see your comments, and that kind of sucks because of the way that this is oriented. And now when you're in the app, it has this share your referral link, and you can't get rid of that. So I actually can't see comments until you guys get in this one little spot, like right above that. And that's so stupid. And I don't know how to turn it off. I don't know why they end up doing this. Like that is a distraction. Like that is annoying. I wish StreamYard, like they're making all. I hate when companies make unnecessary changes that you did not ask for. Like, and it's I know for them, it's I think they're kind of hoping you will click on it because now when I click on certain things, it asks me like, okay, do you want to show it on screen first? Like that's annoying as crap. And then if you click on that, it's just gonna post the comment. And I think they're trying to force you to recommend them because they've lost a lot of business in changing their pricing model. Now, I'm not saying that you can't increase prices and things like that, but they literally jumped up um, basically 100%. Like it used to be what, like 40 some odd dollars for the plan that I was on. It's now 88. So they literally jumped up like it's 100%. Like that's not 50%, that's 100%. Like you doubled it. It's times two. And a lot of people either canceled their subscription or they went down to like the lower one. So for me, I went back down. I'm like, I was already paying 44. Does it suck that now I only have 3 destinations that I can post to? Yes, that does suck. But StreamYard was a big part of like how I broadcast. And I tried Restream before. I think it was what I did. I didn't really care for the interface of that one. But now I guess they're trying to put it there where you would, because you can't see a lot of stuff, you would mistakenly click it and share it to others as if you're trying to promote them. So I don't like that. I mean, yes, I use StreamYard, but am I promoting it? I mean, not really. Because yeah, I've just been using it for so long. But if you are someone that's brand new and you're looking to do content and share your lives and stuff like that, and you want to share to multiple places or stream to multiple places. Ooh, I see a bunch of a bunch of flashing lights. I would say do more research. Look into like OBS. You can use that one, but you have to do like a lot of stuff like on the back end or whatever. But like look into other options. I'm just so used to this one now that I'm just kind of putting up with it. I don't. There's so many things going on business wise. Like this is something that's not that important. for me to kind of look into another option. But if you're somebody that has not started and you're not kind of attached or connected to something, do your research. Don't just use StreamYard just because I'm using it, because I'm not advocating and saying that it is the greatest. There are a lot of things that annoy me about the changes that they have made. Incredible morning. Incredible morning. All right, so I titled this one Infinite Creative Possibilities because I mean it just allows me to just talk about the creative space and the things that you can do. So nothing really in particular that this is kind of about. It's just, the things that you can do creatively. But also it's kind of twofold just because there are, and y'all know infinite, but I like to use the word ink whenever I can. So because there are infinite possibilities, it makes creatives, and crafters want to do it all as a business. And I know this is not sexy. It's not the thing that people want to hear. I know that you guys like to follow, you like to take the classes of the people that are going to say, whatever you're good at, just turn that into a business, make it a business. It solves a problem. Somebody's going to need it. Da, 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 da. Oh, wow. Is it an escort? There is a lot of, is that man down here or something? Because they literally have this expressway. It is like clear up there, and all I see is a bunch of like, looks like motorcycles. Is that some type of motorcade or escort? Escort? I don't know. But oh, excuse you. Stay where you at, player. Okay, let me get over because you bugging. You're bugging. Let me get over. You're kind of skirting all up into my lane, and I don't appreciate it. But because there are, what I was saying, because there's infinite, people want to do everything and turn everything into a business. And everything that you do creatively is not scalable for a business. It's not. A lot of I understand that with this economy, it's like any skills that you have, you want to figure out a way to monetize them. But it could, your desire to do so much creatively can hurt you more than it can help you. I'm a living testimony to that, because your time is valuable. And there are some things that naturally, like the material that would be used to create it, is not something that is of high value, and people aren't going to put high value into it. Even if you are just using regular old cardstock, sir, you're not going to go anywhere. Like, I hate people in these sports cars and they hate not being able to go fast. You're not going to get anywhere. This traffic is tight. Like, sir, Corvette, calm down. What was I saying? So don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you dare. Ooh, people are, whoa. Are you trying to chase the Corvette? I'm kind of confused. I'm starting to think that this SUV is trying to chase the Corvette, because it is literally following it, and we've been getting out of traffic, and that is just dangerous and crazy. Anywho, something like paper, right? Most people, most consumers are not going to see value in it being just paper, right? And they will disregard the amount of time that it takes to put something together, especially if it's a one-off. Now, when companies are making things out of paper, and they are making multiples of it, they're going to basically use machinery, and they're going to use, like, especially when it comes to paper, they're going to use die plates and they will be able to cut through multiple layers. I mean, like stacks of paper at one time. Commercial businesses are not cutting things by hand, cutting them one by one. Even if you have a silhouette machine or Cricut machine, you can have multiples of those. You still have to wait for those things to print out. You have to load them on a mat. You're trying to figure out how to save space and da 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 da. But a large company, they're not going to do that. It's going to be a die plate. So you differ from them. Whenever people's like, well, no, people need to understand we're not, you're not. Like smaller business owners or entrepreneurs, to them it's like this, they want to justify not being efficient and, hey, we can't compete with them. Okay, I get that. But that also doesn't mean that customers want to pay more because you are choosing to do something that is one off or a few things with something they don't put value in, like paper. People think of paper and it's like, oh, paper shouldn't be that much. Like you're just making this from paper. It should cost this, 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 or this. So there's going to be some things that although you enjoy making it and there are infinite creative possibilities, everything is not going to be a money maker. And it will be harder to find consumers who will put a lot of value, like really put value on your time, where they can disregard the fact that it's just made with paper and some glue. And, even if like it was like designing or like a printer, all at the end of the day, all they see is paper and they have access to purchase paper. So in their mind, well, this paper only costs $10 a pack, $5 a pack, whoever it is. You get 200 sheets, 500 sheets, 100 sheets, 50 sheets, whatever it is. That is something that they are able to quantify. So when they know, or in their mind, they see it as, okay, well, you're making this with this paper. This paper only costs you 50 cents, 25 cents, 10 cents, 5 cents. Why are you then charging me $50, $60 to create this thing from paper? Everywhere else in the world, or like other businesses, I mean, they might complain about it, but they understand labor and stuff like that. When you go to a car dealership, they'll tell you, okay, the parts is this, the labor is this. And then some people are like, well, oh my God, it takes 30 minutes to do this. Why is it so much? Well, it takes 30 minutes because they are professionals in what they do. They have the right tools. You had to buy those tools in order to be able to get to that part easily, right? You had to, there are certain things that you had to be able to do. You have to pay for that, like they have to have, pay for that lift for them to be able to get to that part of it. So all of these things, they add up. You have to pay, they have to pay the worker to do it. The business itself has to make money. So if they go and they put on there exactly what they're paying that particular mechanic, but they also put on your invoice that, okay, well, the business profit is this, the business overhead is this. People will look at that and be like, I'm not paying for your, but how else do you expect those bills to get paid for? Like, I don't understand how people don't understand how business works. But if a car company put that on there, then people would be like, oh my God, like I'm not paying for this. Like it would still be all of this complaining. So they just kind of say parts, labor, they might put like a service fee or something like that on there. But when it comes to the things that we do, people don't, because it's not an industry that they really, well, I'm not going to say that because that's kind of a lie now. Because there are so many people who are showing the behind the scenes of what it takes. I don't understand why people don't put value to what creatives do. People now that's showing the process that it does, like it's a lot of cutting, it's a lot of back and forth, it's this, is that, da 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 da. Now I will say sometimes the creators also make it bad for us because you're showing the process when you don't really know what you're doing sometimes, and it's making it look bad. Like I saw someone and they were doing something and I'm like, well, why are they going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? Like that makes no sense. Like there's no efficiency in that whatsoever. And when your customers, like the general public, can see this, oh, they can see this as well. To them, it's going to be like, well, see, that's why they're trying to charge all this. Why in the heck wouldn't you just do X, Y, and Z? Like they feel like you're taking advantage of them because you're doing things in a way that's not efficient. Like they're looking at it saying, this would be so much faster if they did da 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 da. But anywho, but people just don't value the labor and the time that it takes. And that's human nature. Because even though we're in businesses, we can't say that there hasn't been times where we're like, oh, heck no, I'm not paying for that. That's not worth that. A lot of us started because it was, I'm not going to pay for that. I can do this myself. Right. Um, hold on. Like, that's how a lot of businesses started in this creative space is I can do this myself. Many of you and many of us, I'll say us, started because we did not put value on somebody else's time, even though there are an infinite amount of like possibilities when it comes to creating. We did not care about those infinite possibilities. We cared about the bottom line. So it's like, well, whatever, I'm going to do this myself. You have, with as many possibilities, the success of your side hustle, your full-fledged business is going to be, what do you do to really find the people who are going to put value on your time and say that the effort that you're putting in is worth whatever dollar amount you put, that you advertise, that you put on this particular product. I am about 2 minutes away from the VA. Any thought? What are you guys' thoughts on that? Any comments, questions, feedback on what we've discussed for 20 minutes? Is the fact that people don't put value on your creative possibilities an issue for you? Do you find that to be a struggle? Is that something that makes you want to sometimes give up or stop what you're doing because in your mind, there's just so many things that you can do. It's infinite possibilities to make money. People will tell you that there are so many ways for you to make money. But when you don't see that conversion, is that discouraging for you? I'm still really trying to get myself out there and it makes me want to give up. I feel defeated. It's definitely discouraging. Oops. Yeah, it's like we've been so sometimes like in the creative space, you are sold this dream, right? That your creativity will make space for um, you know, your goals, your visions, it'll make space for your greatness, right? Like for you to be able to build a business off of the things that you enjoy. Like, we always hear in terms like turn your passion into profits. And that's actually really, really, really hard to do. Um, because we know what it takes to um and we know what it takes, and most of us as creatives, you want to give 110%. Like, you're focused on it being so perfect. You're focused on, if it's not perfect, somebody's going to say this, somebody's going to say that, and not even looking at the fact that every day, oh, parking lot is closed. Okay. Uh, but there's plenty of, now look, there is plenty of parking. There is one, two. Why is it closed? Because trying to go over yonder is not going to be fun. And this, look, there's another one. This is why I hate coming to the VA sometimes. I think they're gonna do like I was gonna do, is I'm gonna loop back around to see if they're gonna open it back up. And I got here early enough to where, if need be, I'm not even gonna try the back lot because I already know that that's going to be mad packed as well. If anything, I'm going to take my butt over to Jackson. All right, I literally see 4 parking spaces in this lot. But I got here early enough to where if I have to, I'll just go park at Jackson. But there are 4, count them, 4 parking spots. Now 5. And I'll watch all these people come around. Watch, they open it back up. There's literally 5 parking spots. 5. Well, you tell them to go around. I already did that. Go ahead. I've been around already. So go ahead and move it. It's 5 of them in there. I looked around. I counted. It's 5. I said it's 5 of them in there. I looked around and I counted. What? I ain't see none. I already been around here. I looked around. It's one right there, one right there, one right there. And somebody just came out. I got to do it on my phone. I can't even come back, or you want to say, thank you. See, look, somebody else coming out. So the people that's already in here, I don't care about them people. Look here. Look. I'm already parking. Like, bam. Like, hello. The heck? All right. So it's discouraging. All right. Like I said, I was only doing this until I got to the VA. Because I gotta also go do lab work before my 12 o'clock appointment. But I won't leave it. I know it might be discouraging. It's not what you want to hear, but this is something that we talk about in my creative business accelerator program, and we've talked about this on it like a couple of times. In the past couple of sessions, is you can't do everything. Everything isn't going to be a moneymaker when you're looking at big businesses and how they operate. You may have your ideal client and who your target client is or customer, but that's not who you are attracting. And it might be that you're not attracting this ideal customer that finds value in the infinite possibilities, like creative possibilities that you are able to provide to them because of the way your social media content is, the follow-up. So we worked last night and we were talking about like emails and how to properly follow up with potential customers, right? The rich, like the money is in, the profits are in the follow-up, I'm telling y'all. But are you attracting them? So it's like the way your social media is. Are you only doing social media? Are you putting any real money into advertising and marketing? Even if it's printing something out, what kind of groundwork are you doing? Like they say, boots on the ground. Do you have your boots on the ground for your business? Are you going out and seeking clientele? Are you networking in those areas where your ideal client is? And for your ideal client that will put value on it and they will see the value, they also have certain expectations. Are you being real with yourself about the quality of work that you put out? It can be in your pictures, right? Uh, is it worth it for you to make what you do more appealing to your target audience, that you are willing to take a class on photography? Or are you the type of person that feels like every single class that you take, you need to be able to make money off of the thing that you learn versus it being a facilitator to help you make money? So if you were to take a class on how to take good pictures, the lighting, the backdrops. Are you willing to spend money to have a nice setup to put your items? Get things like acrylic stands or wooden stands, something where you can properly display it. How many of you guys make shirts but don't have mannequins? Are you putting money aside for the growth of your business? If you're not doing these things, if you are not putting value on the things that you do, it's not worth it to you to get better at what you do to be able to track. So it's not like, when I say what you do, not the thing that you physically make, but if you're not able to have a photographer or retainer and have them come take pictures of your items, what can you do as DIM is what I call it, do it myself? What can you do yourself? What can you say? I can do this myself. I can take better pictures. I can make a quality backdrop. I can get a mannequin. I can do certain things. I can learn to edit. I'm not learning Photoshop because like for what I do, Silhouette Studio might work for me. Canva might work for me, but I might need Photoshop to really edit out these pictures. I'm not trying to learn Photoshop to know how to do smart objects and do this and build all these designs. I need Photoshop so that I can take these pictures. I can maybe adjust the lighting on them. I can do this, that, and the third so that I can present it in a more cohesive, organized, professional way. What are you willing to do? Are you, if you feel like you need to piecemeal everything together, well, I'm not about to pay for no class because I can learn from from YouTube. I can learn now. Everyone says I can learn, go watch. Now you see people in groups, or how do I learn to do this? Oh, go on TikTok. There's plenty of videos on TikTok. So now it's either YouTube University, it's TikTok University, and things of that nature. You're not even willing to invest in classes for your elevation. You're not willing to invest in coaching, mentorship, people just to make you think outside of the box. You're not putting value on the infinite creative possibilities that you have access to. So why should consumers do it? Sometimes you have to take a really good look in the mirror and be honest with yourself on, is your business not thriving because of you? I have to do it all the time. There's a lot of things that I feel like I could be doing better for the growth of my business, but I'm constantly reverting back to things where I'm like, these don't serve me. And I know I need to change this, but it's just become a habit. So what bad habits do you have that's affecting you making money off of all of these infinite creative possibilities? What do you need to scale back on? What needs to be, this is just something I like to make. I will make this for my family. I will make this for whoever. I'm not worried about making money from it. This is the thing that I want to be able to make money from. This is the thing that I can create efficiency in, to where it's not taking up so much time, where because it took me 4 hours, a client feels like it's only taken an hour and I could have done some other things. You have to you have to evaluate that, really, really look at that and figure out of all of these infinite creative possibilities, which ones are just that? They're just creations. They're just things that I can do creatively, but what will become business opportunities. Um, I was paid almost 500. Wait, I was paid almost 500 for mentorship. And wait, you were paid or you paid almost 500 for mentorship, and it didn't help me because I think the groups were too big and the coaches didn't have a lot of time to spend with people who needed a little bit more help. Um, oh wait, I hate this new thing. Hold on. Uh, I invested in myself and I was let down. Um, see here. I hate this thing sometimes. I can't tell, but move. I can't tell. Well, oh, it says okay. Good morning, Teresa. So before I get out, I gotta go. To there, everything is not going to pan out, right? Um, it depends on what level of help. So there's anytime you're in a community and it's like a large group, you you aren't going to get one-on-one, right? For anyone that's building a large group of people to basically teach and things like that. Like I'm in one, like I'm in the morning meetup. And like on Thursdays, they will have Q&A days and you can ask David, basically questions and things of that nature. And you're like limited to one. There's really no background. It's like kind of like just generalized. Because if you're on a call with 215 people, 250, 150 people, you can't take that time to really like dive into it. Like dive into their individual issues, figure out where their business is not like where the bottlenecks are, where the inefficiencies are, like what they really need help with. You just kind of have to go through those classes and what they say, eat the meat or chew the meat, spit out the bones. I think it's how it is. You have to be able to do that in these large mentorships, right? Because that person's time is valuable. If I'm on a call and I have 100 people paying $50 or whatever, if I now give you individual help, so I can get on this group call, and if I have, all these people, my company is making this amount of money in an hour. But then you want me to help you individually. Like some people have it where you can book a one-on-one. I have it where you can book a one-on-one. And I call them brain dump sessions. I actually do less talking in those unless you're just not saying anything. But I literally give people the space. What's going on? Talk to me. What's up with your business? Where are your frustrations? Like where are the issues at? Where are you seeing them at? But if all you're gonna say is just, okay, well, people aren't buying. Okay, well, what are you doing? And then when I ask that question, it's kind of like, well, and they don't really have any type of plan. Sometimes you need these bigger ones. If you're going into it looking for more one-on-one mentorship, and that's what you wanted individualized help for that $500 when there's all these people, then you kind of went into it for the wrong intentions. What were some, like, did they teach you anything else that would help you be self-sufficient? Were there lessons in there that you overlooked? And I'm not saying you, this is like literally for anyone, because this is something I come across often where they'll say, I paid into these programs, but it didn't help me any. Did it not help you any because you didn't put in the work? So did they give you some actionable steps and say, okay, here is a roadmap, right? But you have to travel it. I can't become your feet and walk this for you. Here is the roadmap. This is located here. This is located there. This is located here. In order to do this part, you got to go over this bridge. You got to do X, Y, and Z. They gave it to you, but you chose not to because you were wanting it done for you. But then some people don't want to pay for the done for you part, right? If you're able to go back in and watch those videos, if they have playbacks, what, like, You're trying to tell me that there was nothing in that program that could have benefited you. Okay. So I posted my social content, did the homework, even won a homework challenge. Okay. Gave me a bunch of templates. Okay. So is that not what you wanted? Did you ask questions? Did they really break it down? Is this somebody who had content? What made you want to go into this class? But you also can't lump everybody into the same boat because you did not feel like you got what you felt you should have gotten out of this $500. $500 really isn't a lot. Like, if I'm being honest, $500 is definitely not a lot. I don't know how long this program was. Was it like an evergreen? Was it just like a one-time thing for a few months? Like, it really just depends on what this was. And was it truly a mentorship that's meant to help you with your individual business and give you tools? Or was it what some of you guys think business classes are? Oh, okay, well, teach me how to make a shirt. That's going to help my business, but they're not really helping you on anything. So it sounds to me like it was meant to be, okay, on the creative side of it and not anything to truly help you with your business. Like, for my business one, we don't talk creative stuff at all because this is about all of the stuff for business. If you want the creative stuff, we have the Creative Lounge. We have some other classes where you can learn about how to design, how to do party favors, how to do this, how to do that. But the business side is focused strictly on the business. There's far too many people who want an all-in-one. They want the creative stuff, they want the business stuff, all in one little package. And a lot of times, something's going to fall to the wayside. So I have a question. I've seen your name show up on my platform quite a bit, right? So, and you're engaged with me, and I thank you for that. So, I didn't give up on looking for my person that will help me in the tools to succeed, right? And then I saw another one that says, and I know someone is out there for me as a mentor, right? Why haven't you joined my program? I'm on here all the time, providing value. You you see how I operate. And I've mentioned that we've had this program. What makes you not want to even join my program, right? What are you truly looking for in a mentor? Like, so mentorship, as far as someone being your personal mentor, I'm gonna tell you that gets very expensive. I have people that have to pay me basically $200 per session because they want this individualized help. They want done for you help. And these are not super 8-hour like sessions. We're talking anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, and they're paying $200 because they want that personalized mentorship. They want me to listen to their individual issues and give them strategies for their specific thing. There's some that have had to pay $500 for us to be on longer, and then for us to literally work through, okay, you're going to do this, and this. I'm going to be on while they click. It is torture sometimes to sit there because they don't know it. So for me to have to sit there for 4 or 5 hours, and of course they're trying to figure it out. There's a lot of times I'm literally just sitting there because I'm waiting for them to click through it. But they're also willing to pay for it. They understand that if they get this one-on-one help, what do they now do to get a return on their investment? It's not for the mentor, it's not for the coach to help you get that return. We provided the action steps, we provided you the information. Now, what are you going to do to make sure that you are actually making a return on that investment? There's a lot, I'm not saying you, but there's a lot of people where they don't hold themselves accountable for the things that they are doing. With these templates, you're trying to say that with the template that they provided, there was no way for you to make your $500 back from these templates? Did it not save you time if you were to actually use them? Or there are some people, they'll go into templates and they want to be so original because they're creatives. How can I switch these up instead of let me use these and make my money back from these things, and then I can explore other options? I've been watching you for a while. I jumped into what I did last time and didn't watch, observe, or pay attention. So I had to move different this time. Okay, so at least you're saying that, right? I didn't watch, observe, or pay attention what to the person before you got into their class. So I had to move different this time. So that's you're saying that you weren't really watching like how they moved, and you just like the class, just the way that they marketed and they presented it to you, it was like just okay, this has to be too good to be true. Let me try it. So for me, you've been watching me for a while to see if I'm a good fit. I just got a deposit today and I'm doing it at 12 o'clock. All right. So that's in 15 minutes. I look forward to seeing your name pop up on my list. We have a session on Thursday, and you can go back and watch all the information that's there. It's a lot, so you're going to have to pace yourself and figure out what you can apply and what you can't apply. And then and I will say this, I'm not saying it's you. In my programs right now, they are small enough to where I give room for people to ask questions. I'm on these live videos and I give room for people to ask questions. And it's a lot of folk where when they're in a group setting, I don't know what it is, that they feel scared. They don't want to say anything. They're afraid of sounding silly. I've had some people say, oh my God, but everybody in here is like so great. I don't know where you got that from, because they're over there saying the same thing, that they're struggling. But I literally opened the floor to whatever questions, concerns, like you are able to speak freely. And there are so many people who are probably, maybe, I'm not gonna say so many people, not in mine, but there might be like one of these people that might feel the same way, where it's like, oh my God, I'm paying all this. I haven't seen the return on investment. Well, what did you put into it? Did you sit in this class and you did not engage whatsoever? You didn't ask any questions. You didn't post anything in the chat when the person who's leading it is saying, okay, well, hey, share your experiences, share your wins. You're finding difficulty in wins because in your mind, oh, it's too small. That's not a win. A win is a win is a win. If teams win by 1 point, you think that they don't celebrate just as much as blowing somebody out? A win is a win. 1 point, 100 points that you won this by. A win is a win, but people tend to shrink themselves in these communities and then they don't speak up. So once you pay this deposit, hopefully you're going to come into this and you're going to speak up. So time will tell if you were the issue or if it was that person. Now, we don't do done for you, but I will give you the tools. You are going to have to put in the work. If you want done for you, it is an additional cost. Now, you do get a discount because you're in the program, but for me to do the work for you, my time is valuable as well. So I will give you the tools and resources. You have to go and execute it. Okay? All right, I got to go because I still got to go to the lab. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.